I recently took a trip to Chicago for work, so I needed to choose a knife from my collection that would be legal for Chicago carry. Uh, well, obvious first choice is the Spyderco Chicago, but I don't own one, so I went through my collection. My Spyderco Dragonfly fits the bill. The Kershaw OD2 that I got from Mr. Jimbo Fox, fits the bill, and couple others, my Case Peanut, but I've never given my Ed Shemp Spyderco Balance any pocket time. It's just been sitting in the box since I got it. So I figured I'd take it to Chicago with me and give it a good run. As you can see, the blade is VG10. The handle scales are carbon fiber. The blade shape is a bit odd. It's a leaf-shaped blade, but it is angled downward. Let me zoom out a bit. Gives you a really interesting blade angle while you're holding the knife. So you've got this nice downward angle, makes it perfect for slicing open boxes or other packaging. While I was in Chicago for work, I ended up using it to open up plastic bags. I opened up cardboard boxes. I opened up blister packs. It just cut right through everything, and it was I didn't have to force my wrist down like you do for a more straight-bladed knife. I believe Ed Shemp has referred to the blade as having a negative blade angle, which means that it is at a negative angle from the handle. So instead of being something like what's the blade style I'm thinking of? Like the Persian, which has an upswept blade, that would have a positive blade angle. This has a negative blade angle. It is really rather comfortable. It just kind of disappears in your hand. And your thumb kind of rests either on the spine back here or on top here, depending upon where you want to add pressure. All of your control over this knife comes from your index finger. So I'm holding it in my index finger, and I just kind of change the angle of where my index finger is pointing, and that's where my blade control comes from. If you lock it into your hand, you can get stronger control from your wrist, but from the cutting tasks that you'll be doing with this, I don't think you'll need all that control. So when I was opening plastic bags, I was just basically holding it by one finger, zipping through the plastic bags. This is a stainless steel liner lock. The lock is a little awkward to disengage, simply because there is not enough, you don't get enough purchase on the handle when you're going to close the knife, so it's kind of awkward. And you can see I almost cut my middle finger trying to close the knife. The reason it is called the Balance is because it is symmetrical when it is closed. If you see the knife, it's completely symmetrical except for this little bitty finger groove. On the back side, it is completely symmetrical, save for the pocket clip. And the pocket clip does hold the knife on fairly well, but I did opt for deep pocket carry while I was in Chicago, just to avoid any, in case I walk past any law enforcement agents that say, "Oh my God, pocket clip." The clip is 4-position, so you can carry it tip up, tip down, left, right. It does have a lanyard tube, but the lanyard tube is too small for basically anything. There's no way you're going to get 550 cord through that. There's no way you're going to get gutted 550 cord through that. The knife is a little too light to spider drop, but it does open very nicely with one hand. And the biggest downside to this knife is the price point. This knife is freaking expensive for what it is. It's in the neighborhood of $130, $140, I believe. I bought mine at the Spyderco factory outlet, so I paid a little bit more than I would have if I bought it online. But honestly, what you're getting is this really nice, really, really nice carbon fiber. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, and you're getting a knife that is basically legal to carry almost anywhere in the United States and will adequately perform just about any task except for self-defense. I mean, I'm sure you could use this for self-defense, but I mean, I don't use knives for self-defense. I don't carry anything for self-defense, really. But, yeah, it's just an awesome, awesome little knife. I'm going to switch off my lens to my macro lens, so I can show you some close-ups of the carbon fiber and whatnot. Let's take a closer look at the blade first. Spyderco did an excellent job with their distal tapering as usual. See if I can get that to focus. There we go. You can see that just kind of drops down to a nice fine point. And the carbon fiber is just gorgeous. It is completely smooth. Scratch? Somebody scratch my knife? Of course, you see everything with this macro lens. Looks like it was just a piece of dust. On this side, it does have the shiny hardware. On the opposite side, we have Torx. And as you can see, we have Ed Shemp's logo there. Love Ed's logo, the stalks of wheat. This knife is going to be available in a stainless steel handle as opposed to carbon fiber, and I believe the price point is under $100 for the stainless steel, but don't quote me on that because the knife isn't out yet. So we'll see what we get when Spyderco releases the stainless version. Hopefully it will be something a lot more reasonably priced. Thanks for watching.